Hey guys, it's Danny Bell. Welcome back to the channel. Today I am so very excited because we are finally back on our desert decor island Aussibelle, and we're doing a speed build on the channel today. So if you're looking for some ACNH speed build ideas, I'm so excited to finally share this with you guys. We're doing an Animal Crossing island entrance build, and yeah, just working a little bit, doing a let's play today. So if you're enjoying this type of content on the channel, be sure to hit the like button and consider subscribing if you haven't already. It really truly does mean the world to me, and it helps our little channel grow here on YouTube. So just to give you a little bit of an overview, we're going to be just working in this small little area here on our island today, right here at the entrance at the airport, and we're going to be working on this little boardwalk area. Wait, what? What is actually going on? Stop it.
Today's the day!
Oh my gosh, stop it. We've been waiting forever for Pashmina to ask to leave. Get it, girl. Oh my gosh. Okay, y'all, I guess we're going to be doing a villager hunt probably next video, if not the one after that, because we need one more dreamy for this island, and apparently we're going to be getting it sooner than later, hopefully. But as I was saying, we're going to be working on this area of the island. We've been kind of slowly building up this island. This section of the island is going to be more city core, and I thought we could add a little villager house here. I really love the trend in our community of kind of putting a building right where the airport entrance is. So we're going to put a house here and do a little barbecue shack here. All of the custom design codes you see in today's build, I will be sure to link on my Pinterest page, which you can see here at Peppycrossingplay, so that if you're looking for those to use on your island, you'll have them readily available. All right, let's speed things up and get going. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and put down a little bit more path here. I really love this worn board pattern. We've used it a few times on the island already, but it's just a really great versatile pattern. So if you're looking to kind of use this on your island, it just works really well, whether you're doing a villager neighborhood and you're kind of looking for something to use in the front porch area, or you need something for a boardwalk like this, or just anything to kind of frame in your shops. This is a really great pattern. I'm gonna kind of put a lot of in-game path in here. I usually like to do a 4x3 square area when I'm putting down a house just to kind of hold the space, but for this particular build we're going a little bit different. I usually like to do a lot of faux buildings on my islands, and I tend to coordinate the interior of the villager homes to kind of go along with those builds. And this island will be similar, except for this particular build I think we're going to do what I call a wraparound build. Now if you've been watching the channel for a while, I did a lot of these wraparound style builds on my forever island Aussibelle. That was a realistic city core island, and if you missed that journey, be sure to check that playlist out on the channel. We did a ton of faux building, so if you're looking for some inspiration for a realistic city, that's a really great one to watch. I just really like that style, just because if you're coordinating a faux building style build with any of your interiors, whether it be with your player home or your villager homes, it's kind of nice to have them nearby. And in particular for Aussibelle, we did that with a lot of the villager homes, and I sort of alternated some of the buildings to be with the villager homes kind of set next to those faux buildings, and then some of them wrapped right around the villager homes themselves. So for this particular build, I thought it would be fun to kind of wrap it right around the villager house, and I'm not 100% sure how we're going to set that villager home in the build, so we're going to have a nice big space here and we'll kind of work around it. Yes, I'm loving this so far. What do you guys think? I love these retro transportation stops. I love the fact that you can put a custom design on the back side of it. It's perfect for framing something like this in, and then adding things like the simple panel with the glass door I think really gives it that storefront look, which is what we're really going for. And I think the peak of the house here in the center is really going to make this believable. I kind of wanted to have that Roadhouse vibe since this is going to be a restaurant style building. I kind of wanted to do just a single story build. I do like to do double story builds for a lot of my faux buildings, but for this particular one, I think this is going to look really great sort of surrounding the villager home. And I did have a couple of you reach out saying you wanted to see more interior builds for our villagers. So for this particular video, I thought it would be fun to kind of take you along on the building process and how I do a lot of the interiors for the villager home. So we're going to go ahead and overhaul this particular villager home. I think this is going to be kind of cute. I figured that Angus would be the perfect villager to have a barbecue shack. I know that's a little weird, but I thought he would be really cute. I know that one of you reached out and said that the cattle industry is pretty big in Australia, which I think is interesting because I've never been to Australia, but I've really appreciated all of you guys' input. And I've done a ton of research about what it's like there and what sort of builds might make sense for some of these businesses in the front part of the island. And so I thought it would be fun to do, since barbecue is a huge thing in Australia, I thought it would be fun to do a little barbecue joint, and I just thought it might be kind of fun and cheeky to do Angus Angus's house for this particular build. So luckily for us, his original floor is this really cute black and red diner flooring, which I thought would be really great. Now, I don't want to make it an actual diner. I do want it to have sort of more of like a Roadhouse vibe, like I said, definitely more of like a barbecue joint, but I wanted to put some seating and kind of just give it that, like you walk in, you can grab a to-go order or have a seat at one of the few little seating spaces over here and just kind of give it more of like a roadside style place to pick up your food and go. Gonna rearrange some of the furniture. It's really tough. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I feel like the villager homes are so tiny that it really can be difficult when you're doing any type of build in here to get all the furniture to fit, especially if you want lots of detail in your builds. So just get really creative if you're doing redoing your villager homes. It can really be helpful to just keep an open mind when you're going in and moving things around to get just the right fit. I know I spend a lot of time moving furniture around when I'm doing these villager builds just to make sure I can fit everything. I'm not 100% loving the double grill back here. I really wish I had a smoker in here because I think a smoker would be the perfect furniture piece to add to this house. And I realized after I started this build that I haven't cataloged the item yet for this island. So I'll probably go back and replace one of those grills with a smoker item once I can grab one from one of my other islands. And I think that'll be perfect, but for now we'll just put a double grill back here for Angus. I think it'll look fine for now, but yeah, I think a smoker item would look great just because it's really cute. When you open the door, you can see the little sausages in there, and I think that would be a really great item. We'll add a little more seating over here, and I really love the lighting. I think that having extra lighting adds a lot of ambiance for builds like this. And we'll go ahead and add some more glow-in-the-dark stickers. I really like being able to customize and add lots of special signage, especially if you're coordinating any outside faux buildings with any interiors on your islands. It's really important to do a lot of special signage just to kind of hit home the concept that when any dreamers come to your island, they can very easily see that those two builds go together, especially if you're not doing a wraparound build like this and the house is kind of set apart from where that actual build is on your island. It can definitely help correlate the two builds together, but I think this is going to look really cute as a wraparound build. What do you guys think? Do you prefer to do a wraparound build for your designs on your island, or do you prefer to do a set apart build? Let me know in the comments because I always love to hear from you. All right, this is coming together pretty cute. I love all the food items. I think that I really hope in the future we get like an actual cheeseburger item in the game. I think that would be really amazing. I feel like that's the one thing that I feel like is really popular that we're kind of missing for food items in the game. That and tacos. I mean, come on. Tacos are pretty popular, so I'm hoping we'll get that in the future, maybe in the next game. Gonna add some wall items. Definitely the boomerang I feel like is a necessity for Aussibelle. I'm really looking forward to customizing the villager homes on this island. I went ahead and speed ran Happy Home Paradise a couple of weeks ago, and so just having that ability is just making me really happy to be able to do some extra customization for this island, and definitely makes me excited. I find that when I do the villager homes as I go, it makes it a lot less overwhelming. Otherwise, I kind of get lazy and don't feel like doing them all at once at the end of the island. All right, let's go ahead and jump to the next day and get his house overhauled, and then we'll have to move it to the middle of our build, and then we'll put any finishing touches on the build. Today's Walt's birthday? Oh, I am not prepared for that. We'll definitely have to pop over there later. And we have a camper. I wonder who it'll be. I mean, for sure, I've had pretty terrible luck, other than the fact that we got super lucky that we had Raymond as our #1 camper ever on the island. We'll definitely have to pop over to the campsite and see who our camper is, whether we keep them or not. I mean, probably not, but you know, it's always fun to see who shows up, right? So let's check out our digs over here, and we'll grab the kit and see if we can get the house moved and finish up our build. But hey, I'm kind of curious to see how this house turned out. Look, it's really cute. Looks really good so far. We just have to move it to the right spot. Let's check out and see who we have at the campsite. All right, y'all, what Uggo awaits us? Who do you think's in there? Leave your guesses in the comments. I'm willing to bet it's somebody with angry eyes for sure, but let's head in and find out. I wonder who it is. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's Mary. Oh, she's so cute. Oh my gosh, stop it. Oh, Mary, you're so adorable. Stop it. She is like hands down one of the cutest villagers. Oh, I'm so sad. Why can't we have her? Oh, it makes me so sad. My heart hurts. I don't want to leave her behind. Of course, like the one time we have such an adorable villager, she doesn't fit the theme of the island. That just makes me so sad. That is one downside I feel like about having a theme on an island. Look at these little cuties, by the way, hanging out at the plaza. Just the cutest little group ever. All right, let's go back to the build. So I realized after I placed the house and hopped to the next day that we were having a little bit of an issue. This is one tip where I will say, do as I say, not as I do. Maybe when you're doing a wraparound build, place your house first, because I tend to place the houses last when I'm doing a lot of other traditional builds. But in this case, maybe place your house first, because I realized after I did all of this that I'm gonna have to now shift everything forward because the footprint of the house was taking up so much space that I kind of forgot that I wasn't accommodating the space for the front steps. So we're gonna have to shove everything forward about a half a square. We're gonna make sure we have enough space to place this last transportation stop. This is crazy. So bear with me, y'all, as I shove everything forward and kind of scooch this in. I wanted to see if this looked any better with these here. This is one of the things I'm telling y'all that, you know, when you're doing a build, sometimes it doesn't hurt to kind of just try things and see if it works, if it looks any better. I'm not 100% loving this like this. I think it looks like this needs to be shoved out a little bit. I kind of like it a little bit better how it was. But, you know, we're going to try it out and see. We might pull it back out a little bit and just kind of move things around. I definitely like the transportation stations pulled out like we had them in the back. But we're going to try it. That's one of the fun things about Animal Crossing, I feel like, is you can always kind of pick things up, move them around, and see how they look. But we're going to shove these back a little bit how they were and see if we can just kind of rearrange it slightly and make it work. I think it's still going to look really cute. I'm going to face these backwards again, and I think we'll maybe do 2 instead of 3, and then maybe we can trim this out with a few other pieces like some trees or cactus or something like that, just to kind of make it look super cute. My vision for this area is to kind of raise this space where this crosswalk is and put a cliff here with a staircase to kind of lead upward to create a view eventually, so that will actually be blocked off. But yeah, this is looking pretty cute. I think this will work. All right, let's head inside and see how the interior turned out. Oh, look at him. Oh my gosh. Okay, stop it. This turned out great. I really love this. I love how the sign looks on the back with the glow-in-the-dark sticker. And I really love the counter. I think it has just the right vibe of a little bit of a diner vibe, but it definitely still looks like a barbecue joint. I kind of love the charm of the fact that he's, you know, like a cow, or a bull rather, and he's running a barbecue joint. It's a little bit cheeky, but I totally love it. And he's got his little deep fryer back there and his grill's going. Yeah, I really, really love the vibe of this build. I think it came together nicely. Really happy with it. I hope he likes his new place. He's got a couple of places to sit. I always worry about my villagers that they have either a bed or a place, at least a place to sit. And I do like the fact that he's got a place to sit. So that makes me really happy. But yeah, really, really excited with how this came together. I love the fact that his original floor is still intact. I do try sometimes, if I can, to keep something from their original house if possible, and so it really makes me happy we could at least preserve his flooring. Check him out, and can we just say, like, I love the fact that his little flame shirt goes really perfectly with this style build as well. Really happy. Yes, love this. Okay, the only thing I think we're going to add to this build is maybe some foliage. So let's see if we can add, you know what? We need a little bit of height right here. So I'm thinking, let's add something tall that we can fit here, this one square, maybe this pillar. Do you guys do this too? Do you ever go back to a build and add something? I swear my builds are never always quite complete. And then I thought maybe this little piggy bank would be cute just because it does look like a pig to kind of give a little bit of extra signage. Yeah, totally awesome. I love it. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can add maybe some cactus. Kind of frame this in a little bit. Love it, love it. We'll see if we can frame it in on this side too. So what are y'all doing on your islands? Let me know what theme you're working on. I know with summer approaching, a lot of people I've seen have been working on garden core style islands, a lot of very natural style islands right now. I've heard of a lot of people kind of switching over and doing, you know, like summer vacation themed islands with beach themes, things like that, which makes total sense this time of year. So yeah, let me know. Are there any specific builds you've been working on? Like I said, we're going to do a lot of faux buildings kind of along this boardwalk. I have some really great patterns that I found, so we'll probably finish off this area with these builds, and then we'll do some more natural builds. Yes, I love this. Okay, I think this really finishes off this build with exactly what we needed, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed this inspiration. I hope it brought you a little bit of something that you might be able to use to take back on your islands, especially if you're looking to do some sort of coordinated build with your villager homes on your islands. I really enjoy doing coordinated interior builds and faux buildings, and I just really like this wraparound style. Like I said, I won't be doing all of the builds on the island like this, but I think with this particular area and doing a little roadhouse style build for this barbecue joint, I think looks really, really cute. And I love that it's right here in the entrance of the island. So I'm really excited to do a few more little business style builds here in the front. And we'll kind of work on that here in the next couple weeks on the channel, as well as a villager hunt apparently coming up here soon to find one last Aussibelle Dreamy for the island. So let me know in the comments who you would like to see for the final villager. And we'll be sure to be doing more Animal Crossing speed builds coming up here soon. Just as a reminder, you can find me on Instagram at Peppycrossingplay. I love to post pictures of our builds and lots of progress for what we're doing here on our island journey, as well as pictures from our island tours. If you missed the one last week, we did a really amazing tour of one of my besties. It was a strawberry themed island, so be sure to check that out and check out the playlist as well if you're looking for something to just kick back and watch for a little cozy vibe. I really enjoy sharing you guys' islands, and I'm looking forward to doing more of that here soon. Alright guys, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Wishing y'all an amazing day. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one.